In a state that lives and breathes football, welcome inside the massive AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, a couple of rivals from the NFC East squaring off. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys.
Please welcome your 2026 Dallas Cowboys.
Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And off we go from Dallas. On the return, here's Jalen Tolbert. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35. Well, here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State fourth-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL.
And he can't escape this. The Eagles take him down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
That's the way. That's exactly the way you show a crowd you've got no issues playing on the road. One snap in, you're celebrating a sack while the tens of thousands in the building, well, they watch their guy pick himself up off the turf.
Hopefully not a sign of how this game is going to go as they step up for second and long. Dak now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. He's going to gain a good chunk of yards here. Looks like about 6, but that still brings up 4th down.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Cowboys punting it away here on 4th, and it's the long-time vet Brian Anger on now. Fields this at the 19. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So here are the Eagles now for their first drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him. And he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
Play action. Hurts has it. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Hurts tucks it. They get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. But it looked like an Eagle flew in and was first to the football. They're retaining possession. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
So they keep the football, but now they face second and long. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Finds Barkley underneath. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kid, all the data lately has taught us really clearly. Sacks, negative yardage plays. They not only just destroy that play, they destroy drives. Well done, defense.
So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. This one from 47 yards away. Elliott connects there. And that'll mark their first appearance in our scoring summary today.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead, a little early momentum with that field goal.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. Jukes away from one. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line. Dallas sending its offense out for the 2nd time this game. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They gain 11 on that play, and that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Going to the ground again on 1st. They're cobbled together a yard there. And on the stop, had that incredible breakout season last year was Zach Bond.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Prescott here from the gun. Schoonmaker's there to haul it in. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Prescott on 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
Simply part of the job description for any running back in today's game. You're out there, you're going to be one of your quarterback's most important safety valves, and you got to be ready for that check down at all times.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Dak off the play fake. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. This one's reeled in downfield by Ferguson. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And into the end zone he goes for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys pull ahead 6-3 in the first. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys take a 4-point lead.
Cowboys 7, Eagles 3.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Sent to return it. Here's Will Shipley. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Eagles about set to get going for their second drive. And they've got a bit of momentum from the field goal on the last series, hoping to grow that into something greater with a touchdown here.
Yeah, I think one thing you find is you do not want to settle for a field goal again. Points are great. The touchdowns, that's what's win games in the NFL.
Number 88, Dallas Goedert. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Hurts now from the gun. He puts some air under it deep down the left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right? And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground, and knock them out of that rhythm.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I'd expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes. It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding the big guy with some touches during a game. They earn those looks. That was a well-run route, and he showed some soft hands to bring it in.
Dak to the air here. That's Lamb running a slant. This one nearly moves the chains, but he stopped just shy of that marker. 6-yard pickup brings up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And what a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. 4th down coming up.
That's one of those situations where if you're going to call that play, you better execute it. Because if it works, well, you're a genius. But one little thing gets off. A little bit of penetration. You don't seal the edge, Well, you're punting, and that play goes right out the window.
Brian Anger on now to punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line and the end zone entirely, and that'll be a touchback. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. He's got Devontae Smith. And he's going to be escorted out right along that 35-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking at first down here. Barkley off the pistol give. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. They're on the stop. That's rookie out of Boston College, Donovan Ezaraku.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 6.
A split second, all to keep the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
It's on first down. Cowboys closing in, and they get to him. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's second down.
Send everybody deep. I know he wants to wait and stretch the field and use his arm. The trouble is, you wait too long, you end up on your back.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. On the play fake, it's Hurts. He takes it himself.
I don't mind that scramble at all, Kate. It makes that defense think this guy's not just going to sit in the pocket all day. I'll say this as well like I do all the time. When you're going to scramble as a quarterback, make sure you protect yourself.
3rd down, and they need to get 10. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. And this one does not go far.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, you do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
Great man on the punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. It's away, not a great kick, angling right towards the sideline. And there won't be a return here. This punt is out of bounds. They'll say inside the 40. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here, 1st and 10. Draw play, this is Williams. And they'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, it's Prescott. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Intended target there was CeeDee Lamb. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
Prescott now to throw on third down. That's caught by Williams. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be fourth down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
They'll go with another punt, which brings Brian Anger back to the field. Back deep for the Eagles, Britton Covey. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. And there is room for improvement from that previous drive. Stalled out, necessitated a call to that punt team.
Yeah, and in these situations, I always love reminding the offense that first down. Just move the chains the first time to get yourself in the rhythm, because you don't want to see that punter anytime soon.
The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Martin lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Here's another carry for Barkley. Good little whip there. Looks like about 6. Malik Hooker with the tackle.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Here's Hurts. Shakes himself free. Oh, he's going to run for it. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Philadelphia.
New set of downs for him from the 31. First down, a run with Barkley. Winning there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They go to Barkley again. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
All right, this is A.J. Dillon. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Steps up, and he's running with it. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Man in motion, headed right. On first down, Hurts. He's keeping it again. And he'll slide down after picking up a couple. 2nd down upcoming.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Hurts. He calls his own number again. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. From the red zone on first. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Jadeveon Clowney brought him down. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 8-yard line.
The Cowboys signaling for their first time out, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Back to throw, Hurts. Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to throw this one away.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. From the pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout, as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up.
7 yards. And it's 4th down.
Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. He connected once, and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. Elliott connects there, and that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Hey, facing a deficit that's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room, they will welcome those 3 points and a little bit of feel-good momentum.
Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. Turpin with a return. He showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. 1st down, here's Dak. Hits his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly, as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Prescott set to pass. And he works it forward to the 43-yard line. Brought down on the effort by Quinyon Mitchell.
It's sure nice to have that safety valve. Sure nice to have a running back that's not just able to tote it, Kate, but he's able to catch it. That's now multiple times they've looked his way, and multiple times he's delivered.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. He'll air it out on 3rd. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is going to be short. Quick stop by the defense to bring up 4th down. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. Back deep is Britton Covey. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. The Eagles setting out their offense one last time in the first half. Not a whole lot of time left for them to put something together here before the break. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Connects on the crosser. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know, they say you never go broke taking a profit. Just find that completion. And it may not be a Benjamin, but even those little dollar bills start to add up.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. This time, they'll keep it on the ground. Has some daylight through the 40. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand and saying these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers, but they show you right there, when they can be powerful blockers, it can make a huge difference in a run game.
First down from the 42. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. Galloping inside the 40. And somehow they reach the end zone with no time remaining in the half. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Aubrey now to kick this one away.
For the Cowboys.
Tank Bigsby here with the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. That play good for 17 and a first down.
And an Eagles first down. It's a gain of 17
What a great
yards.
sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
They go play action. Here's Hurts. Complete out to the right side. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Completed over the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Well, we have seen the value of a big, physical tight end, just like that. Those post routes downfield, so hard to defend. The great tight ends, the physical tight ends, it's almost as if they're posting up on the low block in basketball, and you can't get around them.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. Makes the tackle. And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
After that little 8-yard scoop, here comes 2nd and 2. We're going to go with Barkley on the counter. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
For an Eagles first down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
And he'll slide down after picking up a couple. 2nd down upcoming.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Hurts now from the gun. He brings it in. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
9 yards.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. That's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line of game.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here is 2nd and goal. Barkley. And he's in for the touchdown. The Eagles grow the lead coming out of halftime. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown.
Eagles.
It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Now Hurts getting his guys set for this 2-point play.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he's got it. They get the conversion, and that's going to extend their lead.
Eagles 21, Cowboys 7.
Well, Brock, the run's certainly an option as they lined up for 2, but as an offense, what are you looking for when you decide to throw it instead?
Well, you've spent all week working on these plays, and usually you have 2 or 3 that you like. That run game, you're right, you can run it, but there's so much more space with creativity in the passing game. And good offenses, elite offenses, they find a way not just to practice it, but to execute it when it matters.
The Cowboys about set to take over. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. George Pickens, the intended target. And it sets up 2nd down.
And 10.
Boy, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Throwing again is Dan. Hits him on the out route. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down.
Out of bounds, just short
Hey,
of
Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Prescott now on 3rd down.
this guy, and we've got plenty of game left for him to keep wrecking it. And this is where offensively now you've got to do something. You got to make an adjustment. You got to slide to him. You got to chip to him because this defensive end has been a nightmare.
The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he calls for the fair catch and is there to collect it. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Hurts on 1st down. Finds the in route complete. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Eagles, 1st down. 24-yard gain on the play. And an Eagle 1st down.
Quite the start to that drive, huh, partner? First play sets him up at the 38. 1st down throwing for Hurts. He's got Smith again. By a man, he's in the clear. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
That's another Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hurts setting up to throw. Goddard makes the catch. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
Out of bounds at the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Hurts yet again. Caught by Dotson on the slant. And he's taken down at the 30. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
25-yard line.
1st down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Hurts to throw. He's keeping it. Small gain down to the 23. Jadeveon Clowney on that stop.
Jadeveon Clowney running down. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. Hurts looking to throw. He's caught. He's got Brown. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. They're going to run with Barkley. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. They're 3 yards closer to the end zone. Here comes 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play first and goal situations too, because a run like that now, well, it leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
Here's another for him. And he's in this time. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles make it a 3-possession game. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground.
Let's see, Kate. I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What we could call this, other than simply splendid?
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Eagles stretch their lead to 21.
Cowboys 7. Jake Elliott to kick off
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Turpin with a return. All right, so they're going to take over at the 39. Nice effort there. The Cowboys offense headed out there. And what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game, it is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take flight?
Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
That is textbook RPO right there, Kate. Quarterback's decision-making comes quick off the snap. And that back, you know that he's already looking for those lanes before the ball's even in his belly. Before that defense can adjust to the run, he hits that second level.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Now Prescott. Eagles are on it, and down he goes. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
Kate, speaking from experience here, what happens now with the 3rd sack allowed, especially on an early down like that, is that head coach and coordinator going to have a conversation. Okay, we got to fix this. Do we slide? Do we chip? Do we keep more people in? Because the one thing you can't do is keep getting your quarterback hit.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Cowboys football as we're just really counting down the moments at this point. This game's gotten out of hand. Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Firing one deep for the end zone. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Now, can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. And in he goes for the Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys get it back to within 2 possessions. George Pickens, the touchdown. We've seen him do a lot more to reach the end zone on a catch, Brock. That one was kind of fed right to him.
Yeah, they say the running backs have a nose for the end zone. You know who else does? Every skill guy out there,
Yeah,
because they want to put a touchdown on the board.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys get it back to a 14-point game.
Cowboys 14.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Bigsby with the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. They'll start this one out with Barkley. Breaks through and breaks away. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Okay, to run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Going to the ground again on first. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Option play, they give it to Barkley. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Brought down at the 48-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
The Eagles are in punt formation. Braden Mann will kick it away. Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. First call here coming from the shotgun. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And he's going to slide down here. Picked up close to 5 before the slide. It's going to be 2nd down.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Working from the pistol. Caught it deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Eagles get to it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Saquon. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's another carry for Barkley. And that 2nd down run is only going to manage a yard.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 4 coming up now. They go to Barkley again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A pickup of 2, and that run doesn't get it for them either. It's 4th and 2.
4th down.
Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Elliott connects there. And that makes this a 3-score game.
We got ourselves a 3-score game now after that make. It's got to feel like it's going to just about do it with any hopes of a comeback still smoldering. I think these kickers enjoy those opportunities, Kate, to be the one to kick this lead out of range.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Turpin with a return. And he showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. And nothing to show from their last drive except, well, we did see a couple of short tempers, Brock. Not happy to have fumbled away that series.
Yeah, fumbles are one of those mistakes, Kate, you don't get a lot of grace for in the NFL. Just one in a game is too many. Got to find a way to protect the rock.
Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
1st down, here's Dak. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Eagles' 36-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Dak now from the gun. Connecting on a slant. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
And the Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Throwing again, Prescott. Set up the screen here to Lamb. And he's brought down after a short gain.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Dak throwing again. Screen here for Williams. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And now it's 5 sacks for them in this one. Man, this defense is eating. Latest brings up 4th down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. They're going for it. Here's Prescott. That is caught. He's got Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys get it back to within 2 possessions. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys cut the lead down to 10.
The score, Eagles 31, Cowboys 21.
They recognize the situation they're in now. After that score, they're going to try to get it right back. And the onside kick doesn't pan out. The Eagles make the recovery. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. First down, a run with Barkley. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
First down. A gain of 14. First down, Philadelphia.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Zone read give here to Barkley. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining in this game.
First down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Eagles.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Hurts tucks it, starts running. And that zone read goes nowhere. They didn't even get back to the line. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock. All right, here we go. Second down. No play action. Here's Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
Will this drive continue? Here comes 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Looking for an open man. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Eagles holding a 10-point lead. So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. This 32 yards out. It's on the right hash. Elliott connects there. And despite that bad snap, they're able to tack on 3.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only 1 remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
Turpin with a return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. First and 10. Here's Prescott. Completed over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Hits him on the in route. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
It's a gain of 16
Gets 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the gun is Prescott. Completes it again to Pickens. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. Down 2 scores, no timeouts remaining, long odds ahead of him. It's first and 10. Prescott to throw once more. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Now it's Prescott again. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be second down.
Incomplete. It leads to second and 10.
Another throw for Prescott. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
On the throwaway. Sidney Brown on the coverage.
Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Here he is to throw. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
They've got to go for it in his spot, Brock. This is fourth down. Now to throw. And this is rejected. The defender knocks the throw away and forces a turnover on downs.
Incomplete.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Here's a design run. Hurts. So the Eagles will fly out of here with their own win. And Brock, we all know any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival, oh, it always feels so much better dealing them one in the L column.
These are the teams that know you best, Kate, but also the ones that you know best. So, yes, it is just a little bit sweeter when you take care of business in your own division.
With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Dallas.